Hey, this is King David with beatclass.com, David and Goliath Music, and this is going to be a brief class on how to record vocals into FL Studio. Now, what I want to do is introduce you to recording through FL Studio. First thing you'll need to do is use the ASIO drivers in order to get sound into the FL Studio environment. Now, if you don't have ASIO drivers, you should be able to download them off of the internet. There are many free ASIO drivers that you can use with FL Studio. Just type in ASIO drivers, D-R-I-V-E-R-S, into Google. Now, when you go to your audio settings, slide down to audio settings, left click, and in your output, you will see all of the sound cards that you have installed on your computer. Then you'll have ASIO devices. What I do is select the ASIO device that I use with my most frequently used sound card. Okay? Then the first thing you will need to do after that is pick a track or mixer channel that you want to record through. Alright? So if you don't have mixer on your screen, you will move over to your view mixer icon, left click on that, and your mixer will appear on the screen. Alright, you're going to go to an empty insert channel. I'm going to use 17. Alright, once you highlight that channel, you're going to see an icon that looks a lot like the old floppy disks. Alright, that is called ARM disk recording. So you're going to arm it by right clicking. You'll see it light up. Look to your left and then you will see an input on your mixer, and you will have to select what input, whether stereo or mono, that you want to use. I'm going to use a stereo input. Okay, once I've chosen that, I can now begin to try to record my vocals in FL Studio. I have to remember this, that I need to be in song mode in order for it to appear in the playlist. If I'm in pattern mode, it will not appear. It will record, but it won't appear. I'd have to then drag that into the playlist environment. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and act as though I had not recorded this earlier. Alright, as soon as I am ready to record, I'm going to turn on my metronome. That's very important because that keeps time as I record. I also have to remember that if I don't have a soundproof recording studio, that I need to turn off of my monitors so that the monitors don't bleed back in through the microphone and deteriorate my recording. Okay? So once I've hit my metronome, then I turn on my switch recording mode, left click, press play. I'll get a count in, and then I can begin singing into my microphone. Alright, the finished result will sound like this. And let's go ahead and play you a piece of the track without the recording vocals. Alright, here we go. Okay, now I've recorded my vocals. Now I'm going to go ahead and add them. After I record my vocals, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to get a track that appears in the playlist. You'll see just the audio clips. It's going to be purple. And it's going to look like this in the channel settings. It's going to look like a waveform, which I'm familiar with because I work with a lot of waveforms in the FL Studio environment. Okay? Sometimes the volume will be so small that I may have to normalize it. That makes the sound actually come to its highest point without clipping or distortion. right? After I've normalized it, then I want to begin to process it just like I process all of my other drum sounds by going to FX and sliding to the correct FX channel that I would like to use, which in this case is 16. Then I can go to that FX channel and put an effect on it. In this case, I put a reverb, and also I put an EQ. All right. Now that all that is in place, I've got my vocals recorded. They are here in the playlist, and also I have them over here in the step sequencer. All right. I can begin to play. Prior to me playing it, I may need to check and see that it's not overextended. So in other words, it has not exceeded the amount of music that I have. If so, I can go to my slice tool and slice a piece of the music that needs to be taken away. Then go to my pencil tool and right click and remove it. This way everything is uniform and plays together. Now I can go and begin to play my track and listen back, and it will sound like this.
Hey, baby, why don't you know? Why don't you know what I'm feeling, girl? Hey, yeah, no. It's got to be real. Girl, I can write a book on how you're making me feel. I know I'll never find another who can match the love you're giving to me.
Alright, and there you go. That's how you record vocals. You can continue that process and stack vocals all throughout your song. You can actually add harmonies. You can start recording at any place in the song that you'd like, so that you can create choruses, hooks. It's a total tool. Alright, it's your boy King David, beatclass.com. That's where you want to go to get the real tutorials that really teach you how to become a producer. Alright, one love.